We got fires on both sides. Shout out to my viewers who are Trump supporters. Welcome, I accept all. I want to hear from you actually. I want you to leave a comment down below. Thankfully, I have not been furloughed officially. The airline is just a system, like the banking system, that cannot fail. Oh, hi. What are y'all doing? I'm already silly. I thought I'd come up here on my rooftop here and sit here and chat with y'all today. The sun is out. Well, kinda. It's kinda a little hazy, and I'll tell you why. So as y'all know, I live in San Francisco, California, and the fires are back. It's fire season, and we got fires on both sides of San Francisco. We got in the North Bay, like Napa County. We also have the Santa Cruz Mountains, which are endangering our redwood forest and our sequoia trees that's been there for hundreds of years. I mean, if you've never seen those beautiful trees, it breaks my heart if we are going to lose some of those. You can burn a house down, you can burn the car down, those are all replaceable, but the sequoia trees and the redwood forest, that's when you know it's serious here again. But the weather is beautiful, but it's a big haze here. We're not directly in the fire, but we are definitely getting the ashes and what's that called, soot. And you can smell smoke. It smells like a campfire here. We can't open our windows because it brings in the smoke into the house and it stays in there. We don't have air conditioning. I feel a little bit raspy, so I'm not gonna stay up here too long. It's to come up here and get a different environment being in the house. My husband's staying in. He has respiratory issues. Last fires in Napa, he ended up in the hospital, so he is not playing. We went and had to get the fan out the storage because it's just hot, folks. And that's hard to say in San Francisco. That's why a lot of us don't have air conditioning, because it never gets over like 80, maybe once it'll get in the 90s. But I'm not complaining. It's a beautiful city. I have a beautiful condo, and just thankful. I hear a fire truck now that our city's not on fire. And for those of you who are right in the heart of this fire, my prayers are with you guys, especially my flying partners. A lot of people are calling in because they had to evacuate their towns. So it's crazy. Well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, so not here, but it's close enough for me to have a drink. So today's drink is brought to you by just a glass of champagne. I didn't want any orange juice. It was a good bottle of champagne, one of my favorite champagnes. And I didn't want to mess it up and just enjoy the flavor. Here's to you for what's all going on. Can we get a break? I was saying last month in one of my blogs, okay, August is coming. What's going to be in August? Because you know, every month we've had something going on since March, from COVA to the marches to killer mosquitoes, and now these fires, hurricanes. There's 2 tropical storms heading to the Gulf. Somebody mad. Somebody is mad. I don't know what we did, but fix it, Jesus. Speaking of fix it, Jesus, the hot topic of the day is definitely the DNC, the Democratic National Convention. The day before yesterday was the day one, and it was a blockbuster. I think Michelle Obama stole the show. Whether you are a Democrat or a Republican, you can appreciate people who make complete sentences, have meaning. The whole convention itself was kind of awkward and weird. I know we're in a COVID situation and they can't have a live broadcast of people all over the place. But the format, I don't know, it's something I guess we got to get used to. And is that the new norm? But I thought she did a great job that day. And also Jill Biden, Dr. Biden, PhD. I thought she really did a good job, because that's what I wanted to hear, the connection between her and Joe. What is Joe about? What type of man is Joe? I think Michelle, which was her job, I think, and her husband's job was to finally bash the president. I can't imagine what they kept inside just to be respectful. Being his predecessor was that man who's the president right now. I can't even imagine they had to keep their mouth especially a black woman, to keep her mouth closed. But it was wide open on Monday night, and she let him have it directly. I mean, I can have so many memes, I can't even keep up. It is what it is. She took his slogan and made it hers. Like, come on now, Michelle, come on, give a little mercies. And then yesterday, oh my goodness, it was power packed. They started off with Kathy Gifford, the woman who got shot, the congresswoman who got shot in Arizona. She already had me in tears. We had bitter Hillary, and I love Hillary Clinton. I mean, but I do give her the bitter because she still hasn't gotten over, understandably, about the election. She had to throw in little jabs in there about, you know, trust me, I know how you can win by the popular vote, over 3 million more votes than the person, and still not be the winner. And so she mentioned that Dump stole the election from her, but it is what it is. It's doing okay. Elizabeth Warren, she did great. She's going to bring in the progressive, bring him in there. Oh yeah, and Bernie did a great job too. His job was to remind his supporters, don't waste your vote. Don't waste it on a no name because you can't put your name on Joe Biden and you don't like Trump, because if you don't, it will give him a vote. Shout out to my viewers who are Trump supporters. Welcome, I accept all. If you're a Skyboy and Skybobby and you're a Trump supporter, I want to hear from you actually. I want you to leave a comment down below. I would love to have a civil debate with you on one of my live shows. Leave a comment or leave me a DM at my Instagram at SkybobbyTV and let me know who you are. It could be anonymous. I just want to hear your point of view. No judgment here. And for you Skyboys and Skygirls who are not Trump supporters, make sure you're listening through both lenses. Not just watching mainstream television or just watching Fox or watching CNN, that you're getting a full grip of this election, because I know we've heard it over and over and over that this is the most important election in your life, but I really feel it. I felt what Barack Obama said, who stole the show last night. Our democracy is in danger right now. It's not about the president. You know, we don't need to talk about him. I want to hear issues, healthcare, environment. I want to hear those issues. And I want to save our democracy because it still is the greatest country in the whole wide world. And you know I've traveled all continents, one being Antarctica, but I'm getting there. I've been to every state in the Union except Alaska and West Virginia, so I know some things. He also followed his wife. The interesting thing about it was I wanted to see this Barack 8 years ago. Not an angry Barack, but the brother Barack. We've been having him buried this whole time. I want him just to reach out and just I don't want to say the angry brother, but just give us something like you did last night throughout your whole presidency. You know, I'm a diehard Obama fan, so they could do no wrong. But y'all, the darling of the convention last night was Kamala Harris. I think I told you in the other video that I was rooting for Susan Rice, not because I didn't like Kamala, but I was hoping she'd be the Attorney General and go after you know who. I thought she'd be more suited as Attorney General than she would be VP. But after last night, I can't wait to call her Madam Vice President, eventually a Madam President. I think she was talking, not if she was president, but talking, setting the groundwork. And I don't know about y'all, but this is historical. This is more historical than Barack Obama becoming the first black person. I don't know what to say now, because now we're getting into what type of black person people are. We're all Americans, but now you want to know, well, if he's Kenyan American, is she Jamaican American, is she Indian American? But he was the first person of color to become the president of the United States. That's huge. But he was already a man, so he was halfway there. He just happened to be a man of color that became the president of the United States. But Kamala is the first woman, never a woman, and then a black woman at that. And I say black because I know her mother is Indian and her father is Jamaican. But she took the role of a black person in America. You know, people call us African Americans. I don't know where I'm from exactly. I don't have the privilege of knowing where my ancestry is because we were stolen from and stripped of our culture. But what I can say is I am black in America, and I'm proud to be black in America, and I own being black in America. And I think Kamala took that route. When you go to a HBC, a historically black college, and you pledge, shout out to the AKAs, SOARs, sorry, Deltas, Zetas, that's blackity black black. You can't get blacker than that. Look at her hair, that's press and curl, y'all. Indians don't press and curl their hair. But what she did eloquently was show her all of her color. She also let us know that she's proud to be an Indian descent as well. So shout out to my Indian people. The whole storyline of it is that we got a woman of many colors, and we got little girls, little black girls, have a platform now that you can be the President of the United States. Let's take the color out of it. You can be a woman and be the Vice President of the United States of America in my lifetime, which is key, in my lifetime. Now, you know, she was a senator before she was nominated to be the vice president, so that leaves a seat open here in San Francisco. She was a California senator, and Gavin Newsom is the governor of California, and he gets to appoint the senator. I'm sure he's got to pick a Democrat. What I'm hoping and what I wrote into him is that let's break that glass all the way. Let's put an LGBT in the Senate for the first time. The person would take Kamala's place. I'm not sure I haven't done my homework to find out who's prominent and who'd be worth it, who's qualified for the job to be a senator for California, but make sure it's an even playing field and get some of the gays at the table. I gotta do my homework, but if you guys know a prominent or a qualified person in California that could be the senator of California, leave a comment down below. I want to know who the gays are or lesbian. The time is now. Let's seize this opportunity to having the first woman, the first gay in the Senate, and let this Congress look like what America looks like. That's the bottom line. I mean, Kamala's the only second woman to be a senator in the whole history of the U.S. Senate. Carol Mosley Baum, I think, from Illinois, was the first black. And then she got in a little situation and she resigned. Check her out. And we need some other brothers and sisters in there. We need some Asian Americans in there. Well, she's Asian, East Indian, so I couldn't help but shed a tear because we were seeing history. And in my lifetime, I'm seeing a lot of history, from the first black president to the woman to gay marriage. I've seen a lot. And that's what makes me love America. We have our dark moments. We have our darkest days and our darkest history in America. One of the things we need to do is address it, especially when it comes to civil rights. We can't keep putting the Band-Aid over and pretending like it doesn't exist right now. It exists. And as Kamala said last night, there's no vaccine for racism. I was like, mic drop. She was nailing it. So if you haven't seen it, definitely, I'm sure it's on YouTube. Check it out. So what's going on in my life? It's busy. Thankfully, I have not been furloughed officially. Our company came out with the numbers, and it's going to be 5,500 so far. That's going to be officially furloughed. They did offer a phone at them. They'll be able to be not involuntary, but a special voluntary furlough where they're still involuntary, but they won't lose their seniority, and they'll be able to keep their medical insurance, which is very important at this time. It's bittersweet because, yes, I made it. I'm affected indirectly. But when you work at a company for over 33 years, not just flight attendants, my whole family, airline family, you've come to learn and get close to a lot of your colleagues. You remember, I started in my teens. I have almost 4 decades of being in the airline industry. And I was a kid, and so were my colleagues. I've seen people get married, have babies, become godparents. People who were straight became gay, gay who became straight, and they're hurting. And what's hurting me the most was, I don't know if you guys know that I was a recruiter for my company, and I hired a lot of those new hires who are no longer going to be with us and don't know how long. And I remember a lot of those faces and the excitement of finally getting into the airline industry. I don't know if you guys know how hard it is to get these jobs these days. Just to give you some stats, last year over 1 million people applied for airline jobs amongst all the airlines. 100,000 were offered face-to-face interview, and only 40,000 were hired. And at my company, over 10,000 were hired within a 5-year period. Oh no, just last year. What am I talking about? That's huge. And you finally get in there, you're finally feeling comfortable. 2019 was the bomb year for my company. Most of that people that they hired were young, fresh out of college. A lot of them spoke a different language because that was one of the requirements. We were going all over the world. Tahiti, we needed French. We were going to Tel Aviv. We needed Arabic. We needed more Mandarin. All our specialty flight attendants are going to be gone, just gone. Even our whole union leaders, we have a lot of junior union leaders, like who's going to lead us in this whatever. And I'm seeing on a lot of my company, not my company, but my Facebook pages that are union involved or just flight attendant involved. And some people are bashing the company, it's the company's fault. Some people are bashing the union a lot, that's the union fault. And when we merged, we had to choose between the unions, and we chose one of the unions that wasn't as popular, let's say that. And also seeing people blame themselves. It wasn't your fault, people. It wasn't the company's fault for a change, and it definitely wasn't the union's fault for a change. It was, well, I'm not gonna talk politics. I know a predator when I see one. Kamala Harris. So don't point the fingers. And even if it is one of these people's fault, now is not the time to be pointing fingers. Now is the time to be coming together as one unity and fight to get our jobs and save it. We still have one last hope as soon as these congressmen get back from their little vacation. Can't believe they went on vacation during this time and not signed the care package. For you non-airline people, I've been hearing things like, why should we bail you out again? Why should we bail the airlines out? Why should the government give the money? We're borrowing the money from our kids and all that. It's not just about the airlines. The airline links so many other jobs. You're talking about 1 million jobs about to be lost come October 1st. You have flight attendants, you have ground crew of all the airlines. You have people who are linked to the airlines like FedEx, brings us all our packages. You have people like catering who makes all of our food. You have people who depend on us bringing in people to their hotels. They can't get their hotels. We have islands who depend on their mail. Some of y'all depend on your paychecks. Some social securities, that's how they get their checks. They don't know the internet. The airline is just a system like the banking system that cannot fail. It's just sad all over. So a little bit of my personal life is last weekend, it was my husband's birthday, and so, y'all hear the fire truck? That's what you get living in an urban city. It was his birthday, and so we got away, and we went to Napa and Clear Lake, and we had a ball doing absolutely nothing. Why does it have to be so loud? I'm way out here on my rooftop, and I can hear it. Anyway, if you want to check, come on now. Anyway, if you want to check out our, each time I talk it gets louder. If you want to check out our birthday weekend getaway, check out the last video I posted. It's kind of fun. And that's it. I officially named my beard. Well, my husband named it for me. This is Tyrone. I gave Tyrone a little bit of color. It's a little bit too dark for me right now. I don't have any gray. I have gray, but I cover the gray, but I shouldn't have covered all the gray. So Tyrone's looking kind of dark right now, but am I looking kind of sexy with Tyrone? I might keep it until through the fall at least. So, you know, it should have something kind of covering my face. I don't have to shave during the fall. But I'm always looking for a new look, so we'll see. My weight loss is getting better. I lost about 7 or 8 pounds. And a lot of that was fat, not muscle, so I'm happy about that. I got about 10 more pounds to go. That's why you're getting from here on up, but I'll be ready for the fall. The summer body went out the window, y'all. I was gonna even try it. I was still eating my ice cream, cookies, and cakes, and was gonna do what I was gonna do because we're in a pandemic, okay? But I'm feeling good. My uniform feels much looser. I don't have to be nervous bending over, getting something, and my pants are going to rip. Come on now. I know some of y'all out there in the same predicament, so don't be fronting over here. But my skin's getting better, I think now. I'm drinking more water, drinking more champagne, staying away from the cocktails for now. And what's coming up? Oh, tomorrow I'm looking forward to a couple of my flying partners, just a couple, 6 feet away on the rooftop. We're having brunch during the week while our husbands and friends are working so hard in those Zooms. I wanted to have a brunch and just catch up and kiki and haha. So if they're not camera shy, I'll probably have that on video. But I think they're both camera shy, so I might talk about it and show you, or I might sneak a clip or two. They watch this, so Sharon and Bracy, y'all let me know if y'all want to be on camera, because I will pull it out. But I respect everybody's privacy, and I respect if you don't want to be on camera or not. Who wouldn't want to be on the camera though? You know, can't be just me, let alone me. Speaking of camera, one of my goals is to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize my YouTube video, and I hit the 500 mark, and that was so exciting, and it's to continue to grow. So if you are new to this channel and you've gone this far, definitely think about subscribing to this channel. It's really fun. It's really a travel channel, but as you know, we can't travel anywhere. I'm a flight attendant, so I also give you the life of a flight attendant. And I also give you lifestyle and story time. I might show you how to make an acai bowl, or show you the latest skincare, you know, whatever. So definitely get into subscribing, liking this video. And what helps a lot and gets those numbers and get more subscribers, if you've watched this video and you have like Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or whatever you got for social media, you put it on your social media and say, hey, check out my friend, he's growing on his channel, he can use all the help, he's really hilarious, and check him out. And then they come over, and then I tell them the same thing, and then they tell their friend, and so on, and so on, and so on. So if you can subscribe, that would be much appreciated. And if you can't even subscribe, just share the video. And if you didn't like the video, just like it anyhow, ain't nobody gonna know. Thanks for watching. I'll be having a live show probably tomorrow, or if not Saturday. I'm looking for a guest star to be on my live show. I hate talking by myself. I want to have somebody to talk with me. So if you want to be on my live show, definitely send me a message on Instagram at SkybobbyTV. Let me know that you want to be on the show and talk about the hot topics or whatever you want to talk about. You know, it's just a little kiki and haha. You bring your little cocktail and we sit there and talk. Sometimes it lasts 10 minutes and the last one lasts 2 hours. So if you're definitely interested in that, let me know. Let me know in the comments what you think about story time with me sitting here, not doing nothing but running my mouth, or do you like me more of the vlog, moving around, or even the variety? I want to hear from you. Leave a comment. Thank you, Sky Boys and Sky Girls, for tuning in, being so loyal and coming in, and just, I love reading your comments. I love making content for you guys, so thank you for just being there for me. And if you want to become a Sky Boy or Sky Girl, again, hit that subscribe button. Bye, girl, bye.